Facebook Marketplace last year, and we sanded it and painted it, and now it is just like one of my favorite things in our living room to style. I love all of the windows in it, and it has an opening door, and there's just tons of things that you can do with the hutch. So if you have like a big space in your living room that you're kind of wanting to make feel more cozy, a hutch is definitely a great way to do that, and you're also able to display some fun antique finds and modern finds and things like that. In addition to decorating our hutch today, we're also going to be making some French bread. I am very new to baking French bread, but I've done it a couple times already this year, and I love it. It's just really fun to be able to make homemade fresh bread. There's really nothing like it. I'm still a beginner with bread baking, so if you guys are very much new into doing this as well, then today's recipe will be great for you. You guys get tons of inspiration from this video today, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the bread first, just because there's lots of different resting times with it. This bread recipe that I'm gonna use is actually from Joanna Gaines' new cookbook. And it's a relatively quicker bread recipe, quicker than the ones that I've seen in the past. So this one is great, especially if you're a starter and kind of new to breads like I am. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this first, and I'm gonna put on my apron and we'll get started.
All right, so to start the recipe, it says in a small bowl to stir together 2 cups of warm water, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then we're gonna stir in 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. This yeast is pretty easy to find. I just found it at my local grocery store. And we're gonna whisk all that together and let it sit for about 5 minutes until it's bubbly. Next, in our mixer, we are gonna add 3 cups of flour along with 2 teaspoons of salt, and we're gonna mix that together for a couple of minutes until it's thoroughly mixed. And then we're gonna add in our yeast mixture and put that on a medium speed and let it all mix together. Now we're gonna lightly flour a surface, and we're gonna gently knead the dough into a ball. After we're done with that, we are gonna take a bowl and spray it with some cooking spray, and we're gonna place our bread dough into that bowl and cover it with a towel for about 30 minutes to let it rise. While our bread is resting, we're gonna go ahead and style this hutch. I love styling this hutch in our living room. There really is no rhyme or reason to decorating these, so I hope that you get some good ideas for hutch styling. I just love adding old scales and books and adding in pops of fall colors and textures. I'm just placing everything, styling it, and creating various heights. After I got done styling the inside of the hutch, I thought that the top looked a little unfinished, so I'm just gonna put up there a picnic basket, and then I'm gonna set this green pumpkin next to it just to kind of give it some character. Now that our bread has rested for 30 minutes, we're gonna take it out and we're gonna punch a hole in the middle just to release the air. And we're gonna take our bread knife and cut it into 2 equal sections. Now we're gonna take our sections and we're gonna roll them into 12-inch long rectangles. When you're doing this process, you wanna make sure to press out the bubbles as you roll. And then we're gonna pinch the seams together to seal and place the loaves seam side down about 4 inches apart on a baking sheet. Once we have our loaves made, we're gonna take a scoring knife and just score the tops of the loaves about 2 inches apart. And then we are going to set them on a baking sheet and repeat the process one more time with our second loaf. We're gonna let these sit on our baking rack for another 25 minutes just to let them rest and rise a little bit more, and then we're gonna put them in the oven. Okay, so our bread has rested for 25 minutes on my pan. This is what it's looking like. So we're gonna go ahead and I preheated my oven to 375, and now we're gonna put these in there and bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then we'll take them out and enjoy them. These turned out so great, and they are always such a hit with our dinner. So I hope that you guys had so much fun with me today. Thank you for coming along with me as we styled the hutch and baked this bread. I hope you got tons of inspiration, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.